We've got fun and games, we've got everything you want. Just call out our names. Whatever you may need will make your dreams come true. In the Fan Zone, the adventure awaits for you. Step into the magic, feel the energy. Open up your mind, set your spirit free. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where the music plays, dancing in the moonlight, enjoying sunny days. In this world of wonder, anything is possible. Come along and join us, let's make it unforgettable. All your hopes and fears, they will disappear. Feel the love and joy, let it all be clear. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Where dreams are shown. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Oh, 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 oh. Welcome to the Fan Zone. Take a step and go. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone. You'll never be alone. Welcome to the Fan Zone, where dreams are shown. Oh, yeah, yeah. Where dreams are shown.
All right, welcome everybody. We're doing a little bit of D&D in the Fan Zone.
Ooh.
I don't have my phone won't come up, so, and my other phone my wife is using, so I'm just going to trust that we can be heard. The little lines are moving like they should be, so we'll presume everything is working correctly. Tonight we're doing some Crystal Heart campaign. Even though it's not showing that, I'll fix that in just a second. There it is. So I'll go ahead and hand it over to Nick, who is our awesome dungeon master. Take it away, sir.
All right. Well, we return to the Crystal Heart campaign. Our group of adventurers are still traveling to the town of Scalecliff. They're a little over halfway on their journey now. And last time we left off with them coming across the remnants of a bloody battle between what looked to be some snakefolk cultists, or upon closer inspection, what looked to be cultists of the Naga cult our group had dealt with up in False Fame Village. And looks to be some bandits. The bandits look to have decayed for several weeks at this point, while the Naga, or the snakefolk cultists, had only seemed to be decaying for a couple of days. And I believe you did figure out that there appeared to be some sort of necrotic magic at play on the bandits to quicken that decaying progress. But Barnacle used his Amulet of the Dead to cast Speak with Dead on what looked to be the least decayed and most important looking bandit, asking him a number of questions, figuring out, like, oh, these bandits were trying to rob these cultists who were traveling with who they presumed to be Clay and a cobra-headed snake folk they had seen from a distance when they were dealing with the cult. And that's the bandit captain revealed that he had a special brass key on him, and that he also knew a way to get to the dead bark tree safely. The dead bark tree is just one of the locations on the map that we have here today. Um, one of the landmarks on the region map, notably noted as "avoid at all costs. No one that comes close ever returns." For which he said that the map that he had to travel to the Denmark Tree was back at their hideout, and he listed off a number of herbs that you would want to have on your person while traveling there. Yeah. And then as the questions were finished, the kind of magical mist that was kind of animating him started to dissipate, but then not dissipate as it kind of flashed green and then spread out across the battlefield, animating all the corpses to do battle with our adventurers. Now, and that is actually where we will pick up. If I could get some initiative from Merritt and Barnacle, as well as for Senji. And I think I already rolled for the Acolytes, but let me double check that. I have not rolled for. Well, it appears I haven't rolled for a good chunk, so I will just re-roll for all of them. So that's a little easier. Fortunately, we are missing a couple of people, so this will probably be a bit harder of a fight than initially was intending, but we shall see how this goes. To start us off, we have one of the skeletons who's going to take what remains of his short bow and Merritt, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
All right, Barnacle, you get shot at. And misses.
Yay.
Yay.
Actually would. Had to come over there to shoot at you. Can't, forget the trunk of the tree. But that actually brings us to Barnacle.
All right, so I'm going to draw for a moment a little cycle. Okay, so I'm going to move 20 feet. The tokens aren't locked if you don't care. And then I'm going to target all the enemies because I'm within there. As I draw out the holy symbol, and there's
might want to untarget the acolytes and the
acolytes
donkey.
are not considered things. Well, they won't. There we go.
I think I have them set as neutral.
Right. Yep. Is there a donkey too? Did I see it?
No, you got him. The
Okay.
donkey is behind the acolytes.
Oh, it's to P.
Small. The P.
Not sure why it's P. Okay. Anyway,
It's
so
because I used the pony stat block and just interchanged the token.
gotcha. Excellent. So anyway, so the sky, you hear thunder that's non-existent as I raise it, and lots of dice. And
I see a disturbing amount of successes.
there you go. So those are turned.
And do remind me what the turned effect does exactly.
I will. There we go. Boom. So a turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can, and
Can't
it
only
can't.
move within 30 feet. No
Can't.
reactions.
Yep.
Can only take the dash action. Or dodge if it can't dash. Cool.
And
Nice.
clear targets. All right, and then I'm doing. I will set down my crossbow. And I think I'm just gonna stay where I am, and sort of get ready.
Alrighty. Well, the undead bandit captain was turned, so is thus going to I press the right button, run away, and then dash.
Oh, wrong one.
Yay!
There we go. Turn it
As he just takes off. And that is his turn.
Nice.
Until it takes damage. Cool.
Nice.
This orc skeleton, however, is not turned and is thus going to slash at Senshi, who is right next to him, with his short sword.
Holds up his frying pan as a shield.
Done.
Why was that at advantage? Oh, because for whatever reason, Senshi is prone. I'm going to remove that.
Yeah, I don't see it on my end, so.
I just removed it, so hopefully it won't. But I am going to reroll that attack. For a nat 1, as it takes
Wow.
its rusted short sword, tries to slash out, hits the frying pan, and the short sword snaps,
Nice.
leaving him with just a short bow. This snakefolk zombie is not turned and is thus going to rush at the closest target, which technically is both of you. So I guess Barnacle, odds or evens?
Odd.
And this is now going towards Merit. And it kind of comes forward and is going
that's
to
nice.
try and bite at you with its decaying maw.
Ooh.
For a miss.
Nice.
This zombie, however, is turned and thus will run away and dash.
I'll yell out, turn around. Merritt, there's one behind you.
That brings us to Merritt.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're around us. Um, and Merritt, I didn't plan on anybody being next to me when I do this, but Merritt is going to cast darkness, centered on. I want it to be centered on himself, but I think technically I have to choose an item, so it'll be on his quarterstaff.
For darkness?
Yep. I can see in darkness. I want these things to not be able to see me, and I know that you're right there.
Are you sure is it a special darkness? Because light is an item, darkness is a location.
No, if the point you choose, you're thinking of silence.
No, it's darkness. Point. Yeah, it's a point you choose.
Yeah, but the. Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be an object. But I'm going to
If the
make
point
it
you choose is on an
object,
object, it can be carried. Huh.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. I didn't know that line was there. Excellent. Cool. That is cool. That's awesome.
I don't think it gets used as often because you don't usually have someone who can see through the darkness.
Yeah, I've had this spell the whole time. And
Well, you can
I
cast it
just
on an
keep
arrow
running.
and shoot it. I never knew that.
Huh. True.
Actually, that's
All right.
good to know. I think if I. So he's casting darkness, centered on himself. I don't know how you want to do that, Nick. I'm okay with not having it if we just count squares or whatever.
I'll just do.
And I think if I go to this space, Barnacle.
She doesn't want her burger. She ate her
No,
burger
you
in
fill
10
it.
minutes. Everything else is in there except for my meal. And I'm really PO'd. That
15-foot radius.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the south so that Barnacle can still see.
Okay. I'll just drag that around you, the darkness spot.
Yeah. And the snake folk zombie would have gotten an op attack at, I think, disadvantage because it could probably. I'm pretty sure it can't see. Can't
Yep,
say for sure, but.
I am going to real quick, because they are a zombie and it was completely dark, and they aren't the smartest or the most perceptive. I'm just going to rule that it doesn't know that you moved away, depending on. Actually, no, let me just check the stealth. Or actually, I'll just roll a perception check for it, and if it gets lower than your natural okay, is your passive stealth above a 17?
It's 11, so.
Cool, because I rolled a 19 minus 2 for his perception check, so he will take that opportunity attack. And try and bite at you with its decaying maw at disadvantage. For a total of an 8, which is a miss.
Yay!
Yeah. Harold, with his hesitant footwork, is going to cast Sacred Flame at the closest zombie. Actually, the closest zombie that isn't turned. So let me double check this. Which neither of the ones next to him look to be turned. So he's safe to do either. Do it against the simple voice one, which failed, thus taking some radiant damage.
Nice.
Single radiant damage. Harold is then going to retreat, leading the donkey with him. Back we go. Brings us to another of the snake folk. Who is going to go after Senshi because, well, actually, Barnacle. Odds are evens between Senshi and the Flag John.
Sven.
Sven, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry
Oh.
about that. I was distracted.
That's all right. Happens. Odds or evens?
Odd.
All right. Senshi is being attacked by this zombie as it tries to bite down on it. Hitting this time. Doing a little piercing and poison. Oh wait, no, it's because he's a. Never mind. This massive skeleton is next to go. He's not turned. Cannot see Merit, so he's gonna shoot an arrow over at Barnacle.
Shooting arrows. They're not allowed to do that.
They still have some of their gear. Unfortunately, he misses. Skeletons are apparently not good shots. Maybe it's their depth perception.
Maybe it's the lack of eyeballs.
Exactly. Their depth perception. John here is going to move, so he's standing behind Gerald and cast Sacred Flame at the zombie right next to him, which is a failure or a little bit of damage. Hey! 8 damage. Nice. That's good. That is the end of John's turn, bringing us to another zombie who is not turned, who is going to start making their way towards Barnacle, which actually is just enough to get to him with their 20 feet movement, and is going to attempt to bite you.
Damn, maybe I should have left you in the darkness.
And that was an at 1.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of like it tries to bite onto you, but like it gets caught in your armor, and you hear a snap as its teeth kind of break off. Then you're unable to bite.
Let me see when this happens. Hits with an attack. Never mind. Okay, go ahead. I just had a reaction and I wasn't sure if it was a hit or a miss. So it's when he hits, so I'm good.
All right, that's the end of that zombie's turn. Bringing us to this one over here. I'm gonna say they're evens again. Barnacle.
Odd.
This one's also gonna go after Gerald. And will also miss. So the ogre zombies go. He is actually turned. 2 big guys are the ones that got turned. So he's gonna move away and dash. You watch as he like had picked up his severed arm to use as a giant club, and is now running away with it.
Watch out, he's armed.
That he is. This hobgoblin skeleton's going to try and take a shot at Barnacle with its short bow. And miss. The flabby zombie here is turned and oh wait. That prior skeleton does not shoot at you. No, instead he runs away. Yes, a little bit more movement. Because this guy is turned. I'm suddenly glad I made the map as big as it is.
Right.
Hey, thanks for putting this cleric, by the way.
Yeah. We still might die, but at least we have a chance now.
This hobgoblin skeleton's also turned and will thus run away past the shambling zombie there. Donkey's just is going to make a check here. It would help if I actually dropped in the thing. Donkey's doing pretty well currently.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to ask one more time for an odds or evens for Senshi or the John.
Odd.
And that is odd again, so it will... Actually, it don't go there because it's going after Senshi. All these zombies on him and flanking ain't online yet. Because they aren't smart enough to take advantage of that. Gonna try and bite on him and miss. Senshi is just tanking them. Brings us to our last skeleton, the one that is not turned, who's going to move over a little, a bit for a better, view, and take a shot at Barnacle. And still miss. There's just like a ring of arrows around you now.
Nice.
That finally brings us to Senshi.
All right, so he is looking around, seeing these things, sees the darkness bubble, and Barnacle realizes he can't do a whole lot, so he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he is within range. So he's going to do Bless. And he's going to... Oops, I have Barnacle still chosen for some reason. There we go. Alright, so the three of us. One, why didn't... Two. Wow, that was harder than it should have been. And Bless. First level spell.
Nice. The draft horse is also holding up pretty well, so he's not panicking. He is going to move over a little bit, just a little bit further away from the undead things. And that's going to be its turn, as he kind of like holds the dodge action, or equivalent of what a horse can do. Bringing us back to the top of the round with the crazed chortle skeleton, who is turned and is thus going to run away. Um, bringing us to Barnacle.
All right, so I'm going to move 20 feet. He is attractively chased and distracted by the darkness, so he may not want to take his opportunity attack as I leave.
He'll still swing an arm at you. He broke his tooth on you, regardless. After all, he tries to slam on you, and it actually hits this time. A little bit of bludgeoning.
And as I run up, I thrust my holy symbol to the sky, and this wave of electricity. Yeah, I'll have it be electricity this time. Comes flying out. Oh, nice. They all failed. Excellent.
Nice.
And then, let me see, 6 and 7. I don't have my little cheat thing popped up. Here it is. It says 1 as 2s. Okay.
Right. As you do so, you kind of...
I don't know. I'm not going to use my bonus action. Or do I want to? Let's see. I have no idea what Merritt's up to. One of them's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good. That's it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. You send this blast as you come up, and it just, sends the remaining bones and kind of flesh of this decaying bandit into Senshi, who just kind of, like, swipes it down to try and get it off of him, but it is effectively undone. The bandit captain is going to keep running.
Do I know enough to know what overcomes their whatever the undead fortitude is? That's what it is, undead fortitude.
Yep. As a cleric, I would say you would know that if he takes radiant damage, it will, or if it dies from radiant damage, it will not happen, or if it's a strong enough hit, aka a critical hit.
Okay.
I would say as a cleric, you would definitely know this. Alrighty. This one is right here in the darkness. And is surprisingly perceptive. And is going to wander in the darkness towards Merritt and blindly swing its arms as it's kind of like hears you stumbling this way, so it's blindly stumbling after you to try and slam into you with disadvantage. Gotta remember to click that. If I can select you. There we go. Slam.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's a nat 1, so as it like swings towards you, you hear a sickening crack as it just totally whiffs, but it swings that arm with so much force it like broke its elbow. Like you can see this actually. So like just one of its arms is now like broken, useless. Yeah, that's that zombie's turn. This one is undead. It's thus going to keep going. They just keep running. It doesn't end unless it's a minute or they take damage. So that effectively takes out a lot of these guys if you don't damage them. That brings us to Merritt.
Yay, Merritt's turn. So Merritt is safely under the cover of darkness, and he's going to start moving around. He's got this guy next to him, but he did just move up. So he's honestly, he's gonna kind of ignore that guy. He's gonna run up to this guy and try to make an attack using the blade.
All right, and this time he does not notice you
Wow.
and does not make attack.
Okay. I've got this attractively chased zombie right next to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to make an attack at him. Oh, that's a hit. I did not expect that.
They are zombies. They have very low AC.
Alright. So, I'm going to do damage for this guy. It's been a while since I've used Spinning Blade. So it does that damage, and then I put the effect on him. And then Merritt is going to go ahead and let's see, how much movement did I use on that?
That was 15.
It's 15? Okay. Then he's going to keep it moving then.
All right. This zombie's already used its reaction for the turn, so we don't have to worry about that.
So he's to there.
All right.
That guy probably gets an opportunity attack at disadvantage. So
The zombie you moved away from has used its opportunity attack this, or its reaction this turn, attacking Barnacle.
oh yeah! Yay!
Harold is going to cast Sacred Flame at the closest zombie. And it fails, taking a little bit of radiant damage. And that is his turn. Bringing us to said zombie's turn, who's going to keep attacking who he was attacking, which is Gerald. So he tries to bite down on him and misses. Brings us to Massive Skeleton. Who is going to move around this weird dark blob that's kind of getting in his line of sight,
Yeah,
and
so
shoot
weird.
another arrow towards Barnacle. And hits this time. Rolling max damage.
No.
This brings us to John, who's also going to cast. Actually, this time he'll No, he'll cast Sacred Flame again on the zombie that's next to him. The zombie got a 0 on its save. Taking a bit more damage as it is holy fire burning it. So this zombie knows that it's been attacked and surprisingly perceptive, kind of, well, both now he's also on the edge of the darkness and can kind of see, knows which direction the darkness is. So he's going to move into the darkness and take damage. You would like to imply that as he moves towards you, surprisingly perceptive enough to shamble his way to get next to you. And is going to wildly swing at you with disadvantage.
Yay. Yep, that's a hit.
Managing to make a little bit of contact for max damage. It's just kind of like wildly swings its arms and manages to kind of like hit you across the chin. You see this one's kind of like, or you can see because you can see through the darkness. It's kind of like making biting noises, but you can see that its teeth are very broken from when it broke on Barnacle's armor.
Oh, fun. Oh, fun.
So it can't, really bite you anymore. Bringing us to our next zombie, who is going to do the same thing and would attack the same person he was attacking last time, which is Gerald. And actually hit this time, biting into him, dealing a decent amount of damage. And unfortunately, he fails his concentration check on Bless. The ogre zombie flees to the edge of the map. This hobgoblin skeleton flees to the edge of the map. This zombie flees almost to the edge, not quite there yet. But this skeleton flees towards the edge of the map. The donkey is doing fine. And this one is not turned and will keep doing what he was doing last time, which is attack Gerald. And misses. This skeleton is in darkness.
It's a dark time in his life.
Got a nat 20 on his perception check, which is still at a -1, but he was somehow able to track you as you were, running before he was kind of consumed, and it's kind of like listening out to where you are. So he's going to try and shoot you with his short bow. I will say if he misses, there is like a 50% chance he shoots the zombie next to you. And that is a hit.
Oof.
For a little bit of damage. Is darkness not concentration?
It should. I don't know why it's not rolling. Oh, because I didn't put the effect on myself. Here, let me make a con save. What's the DC for Constitution saves for?
It's either half the damage or 10, whatever is higher. So that is unfortunately.
Maybe I used my inspiration for that because darkness is my whole plan for this fight.
Yeah. So if you'd like to re-roll that.
Are you fucking
No,
kidding me?
I mean,
I
you
have
have
2
enough.
inspiration. Whatever. Fine.
Yeah. If it was a 7 again, I think I'll just let you have it because rolling 3 sevens in a row.
It was almost a 7.
Well, you got 17 total, so I think you're good.
God. I need to be proud of
Um,
myself because I forgot to put it on myself earlier.
yeah. Alrighty. And that is the end of this skeleton's turn. This troubled, sleazy, demure skeleton. Bringing us to Senchi.
All right, so he's going to. He's actually going to recast it. He knows that the other people can do better than him, so he cannot. So he's just going to do it again.
Alrighty.
I'll go ahead and pass the turn while I'm figuring this out.
Sounds good. Draft horse is gonna just maintain. This skeleton is going to run towards the edge of the map. And that actually brings us to Barnacle.
All right, so he steps forward 5 feet and then just puts his back to Senshi and throws up the thing again. This time it's going to. No lightning, it's just pure thunder that comes out. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. Only one gets hit. Boo. Alright, well.
Still, simple voice apparently can't take a simple word. And is
Yeah, that's all.
looking quite bad. Alrighty. Our bandit captain is running towards the edge of the map. This zombie, while still wanting to pursue Merritt, doesn't quite figure out where Merritt is at. So while he moves into the darkness, he kind of just goes off to the side. And that is his turn. This one keeps going, and that brings us to Merritt.
Alright, well, Merritt's here. He's got a zombie in front of him. And he's gonna go ahead and try to hit it. Using Booming Blade.
Nice.
Max damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
And then he's gonna move away.
He does hear you going, and is going to make a wild swing at you. which is a hit.
It's pretty freaking rude.
For max damage of his.
Ow!
But you do maintain concentration.
Okay. I kind of want to do a trick. Um, can I drop my quarterstaff, which I uh, cast darkness on, if you remember? Can I just drop that where I'm standing and then take out my spear?
Yeah, you can do that.
And Merrick's gonna keep moving. So these guys keep on going to like the center of the darkness. So hopefully that'll confuse them enough that they can't finish me off. And that's his turn.
Yeah, bringing us to Harold, who's going to maintain the strat of Sacred Flame the zombies. And he'll do Simple Voice since he looks hurt, or more hurt than the others. We did fail again. Ooh, max damage of the Radiant kind.
Yay.
That's not something he can save from. That is the end of Simple Voice. If I can find him on the combat. There he is. Bringing us to Solemn Arrogant Stride Zombie, who's going to do what he keeps, what he was. Well, actually, Barnacle, odds or evens? I'd say there's about 50% chance that you've been hurting him, that they turn their focus.
Odd.
Odds?
Odd.
Alright, he turns towards you. And misses. Bringing us to the massive skeleton, who's going to try and shoot at you from a distance. And miss. That brings us to John, who's going to try and Sacred Flame the zombie next to him. That's a 0 on the save. For a little bit of damage. This zombie's going to try and follow if you want to drop that damage on him. Merrick, if you'd like to. Yep. Yep, and he goes down as the thunder gets him. This. However, it's. Yeah, no, this just happens automatically. He must make a Constitution saving throw. And the damage that he took was 9, so he has to make a DC 14 con save. And that is not going to make it, as that is a 9. And so that zombie perishes. Ogre zombies off the map. This hobgoblin skeleton's off the map. This zombie is still on the map for now, but this guy is off the map. Donkey's doing good. Barnacle, I'm going to ask for another odds or evens.
Odd.
This zombie's also going to turn towards you and try and bite you. And miss. This skeleton's going to try to take a shot at Merritt, or where he thinks Merritt is. Yeah, however, there's a thunk as an arrow lands next to the quarterstaff.
Yay!
That brings us to Gerald, who isn't doing too hot, but is hanging in there.
So Barnacle waves him away, so he's going to disengage and move back 25 feet.
Alrighty.
Actually, he'll just move an extra 5 feet and just grab the reins of the horse and try to, as he's watching what's happening.
Sounds good. Horse just, kind of turned towards Gerald as his reins are gray up. Bring us to the top. And the skeleton's off the map. Barnacle.
Alright, so now that he's away and the creatures are attacking Barnacle, I'm going to turn, and can I see the intersection of this grid point right here through the darkness? I don't think it's in the darkness.
I think, yep, you can see that one.
Okay, so as I pray, there's lightning strikes down and a sound wave just comes blasting out of there as I have to get out of ping mode. There it is. I cast Shatter.
2 fails. Nice.
Alright, so that 1 is a 2, so it's 15 damage.
Alright. As
That is a second level spell.
Alright. Corrected the damage as the skeleton there bursts apart.
And
The bruised skeleton's even more, or bruised zombie is even more bruised now.
and that's it. It's just it's not Thunderwave or anything, so it just takes a bunch of damage. It can be heard from far away.
Yep. Such as this undead bandit captain hears it as he leaves the map. um, this zombie is convinced that Merritt's the one that did this to him. As he enters the darkness and tries to swipe at where he thinks you should be. That is his turn.
Yay!
This zombie is off the map. Bringing us to Merritt.
Alright. I'm not sure how much longer this is gonna work. But I'm gonna do it anyway, I think. Actually, no, I don't want to get in melee range because I'm very hurt. Merritt is directly to the north of this guy, and he's going to go ahead and cast Firebolt at the Snakefolk zombie.
Alrighty.
And that's a hit. There's the damage. Oh, and it dies. Well,
Well, he goes
he is
down,
permanently dead.
but he does have to meet like a DC 20. It's 5. Yeah, DC 21. Constitution save, which I don't know if he can actually meet.
Not with that roll.
Nope, that was not what I was supposed to drop.
Oh.
He has
Oh,
you targeted,
for me.
and I forgot to drop it on him. Nope, he got so close. He got a D. He got 20,
Nice.
but he still falls a burning pit in its chest.
Nice. And Merritt's gonna go ahead and pick up his quarterstaff.
All right, are you gonna move any more, or just there?
You know what? Now that you ask it, yeah. I think that puts I think right there. I think that will put the darkness on the massive skeleton.
Alrighty. Yep, and it does.
Barely, but enough to at least confuse it a little bit.
Yep. So I'm assuming you have your quarterstaff in one hand and your spear in the other hand,
Yes.
and you're just like walking around with 2 sticks.
Oh yeah, 2 sticks.
Brings us to Harold, who's gonna cast Sacred Flame on the closest zombie next to his friend. Zombie fails, takes some damage, and that's his go. Bringing us to said zombie, who's going to keep attacking Barnacle here, or well, attempting. Bringing us to the massive skeleton, who is now in darkness. And did see enough to see where it was coming from, but not exactly where you are. So so he's just gonna shoot wildly in your direction. At disadvantage. Drop to 20. But that is a miss, as an arrow goes flying past you. Brings us to John, who's also going to Sacred Flame the zombie right next to him. Zombie gets another 0. And takes max radiant damage, which finishes him off. And as it's radiant, he doesn't even get a save as he falls.
Yay, radiant damage. Woo.
You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Pony's okay. You're still around. And attacking Barnacle.
Wow, hits.
Oh,
Good on you.
Just a hit. And it's a really good bite. Gets a good chunk out of you. Some lingering poison starts to course through your veins. Bring us to Gerald.
Alright, so now he's no longer in melee. He can do a little bit of flame that is sacred himself. But he forgot to put his pan down, so it didn't do a very good job.
Grab horse is good. You're not here. That brings us to Barnacle.
Alright, so I'm going to grab. I had placed down my crossbow, so I'm only holding my holy symbol, so I reach behind me and grab this little jug, a little water bottle looking thing, and I unscrew the top and point it at this guy as this blast of water comes spewing out of it. It fails, so it takes some bludgeoning and some lightning, and it is prone. Does it move? It says and fall prone, so it doesn't get pushed. It just falls.
Alrighty.
But if it's an object, it's knocked over or pushed 15 feet away. Okay, he's not an object. All right. And yeah, I did put the Vect on him, so that's it for me. Stream of water comes blasting out.
I think you just click the effect. I don't think it actually applied to him.
Effect. Oh, because he wasn't targeted. I don't think
Yeah.
he did the damage either. So let me do that first. And then, did that work? No. All right, give me a second. Never used fancy guns before, so.
Matt. Well, while you figure that out, Merit, what
There
you
he
doing?
is. Now he's spawned.
Merritt's got a zombie. Or skeleton, actually. He's going to go ahead and. He liked the trick. It worked last time. So he's going to go ahead and move 10 feet, drop the quarterstaff, and then move back. To like there. That's all his movement. And from there, he's going to go ahead and cast. Man, I would cast something else, but Firebolt. I can use Firebolt.
Alrighty.
Against that guy. That's a
Nice.
nat 20.
Yay.
Nice. It's a big bolt. It's not damage.
That is sad damage. From 40-10, not barely even making it past 10. So the center of the darkness should now be right there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I know, crazy. And Merritt only moved 25 feet. Now he's going to move his last 5 feet of movement to hopefully thoroughly confuse this guy. And that's it.
Alrighty. Brings us to Harold again, there's still one more zombie. So he will Sacred Flame it.
Sacred Flame that guy.
The zombie actually manages to succeed for once, though. So, sadly, no damage. Massive skeletons going to try and shoot at the guy who just shot at a massive flame bolt at him. And he actually managed to sort of track where you were going, or you by sound. So he's going to shoot
Wow.
at disadvantage at you, rather than just in a random direction. He got a nat 20 on his perception. Still got a nat 1 on his attack. So as he's like, as he like pulls back, there's a snap of the drawstring. Except the arrow doesn't fly. The drawstring snapped, so his bow is useless. Bringing us to John, who's going to attempt to Sacred Flame the zombie here. Who fails. Taking a single point of damage. Still up. Donkey's good. Prone is gonna. Yeah, it's gonna try to get up and bite on you. Doesn't manage to hit. another little chunk out of you. Brings us to Gerald.
All right, so he's going to flame again. Yay, this time it failed. So hopefully it will destroy this critter. Not with a 2. All right. I don't think anybody has used the bless the whole time.
Yeah, as everyone keeps making saves. That brings us to Barnacle.
Alright, so speaking of witches, he is going to bring out his whip and try to slash this guy. With a crack. Tries to wrap it around his leg and rip it. And it works. So it rips out his leg, and that's enough to topple him over and just may not get up. We'll see if he makes the save.
Yep, well, it is a DC of 10. So, let's see if he can make it. That is a 17. So he's at
Okay. And he's
still prone, but he's at
so he's prone. Okay, I can put that
1
on
hit point.
if you want, since I'm right here.
It auto put it on him when he
nice.
fell. So you,
because when he died. Okay.
yeah, when he died. So you knock him down, but he kind of sputters awake.
And I'll motion over to John. All right, John, I knocked him down. You can finish him off with your fire. Merritt, how's it going over there?
Speaking of,
good to know if I've killed a few of them now. And speaking of trying to kill a few of them, this guy's annoying. So Merritt's gonna go ahead and try shooting at him with his firebolt. Yeah.
I'll give him inspiration.
A 10.
I'm going to give him inspiration for that, so we can finish this guy.
Oh,
Destroy him.
I appreciate that.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm realizing, actually, I only just now thought of this. While their creatures are in your darkness, they are technically blinded. Attack rolls against a creature that is blinded have advantage.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
So I'm going to say, just in this particular case, Barnacle, take your inspiration back. We'll just say this was at advantage.
Okay.
Just because I only just now remembered that.
Yeah. You may want to have that coded going forward, Merritt.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that being a thing.
I didn't even think about that either. I'm just like, oh yeah, they have disadvantage against me. This is great.
Yeah, the other half of that is people who can actually see them. Like, well, really, which only applies to you, have advantage.
Crazy. And that guy got instant death. Does he still make the save?
He's a skeleton.
Skeletons aren't making the saves.
Oh.
Just the zombies.
Okay.
You basically just firebolt him as he's like looking down at his broken bow, kind of hit the core of what's left of him, and he's just kind of like, you severed something in the spine as he just kind of collapses.
Nice.
What's left of his flesh and bones just kind of crumpling apart as it's kind of shattered.
That's very cool. Mary's just gonna go pick up the quarterstaff. Not doing anything else.
Harold's gonna try and snipe for the kill.
Get him!
He managed to
Oh.
save somehow. Bringing us to John, who's gonna. Yep, and he dies with a 0. And that's the
Nice.
last of the zombies that are around. The others have long since fled. This is gonna bring us out of combat.
All right. I don't have. Let me make sure. Yeah. I don't have any group healing, but come, let me help you guys. So once Merritt drops the darkness, I will heal him.
Dropping the darkness.
I'm gonna items. Use up one of my thirds.
I appreciate that.
Brings you to wounded. Since she's about half, I am below half.
What are you at right now, Sven?
So I am at 16 of 50, and I've got a hit Senshi, who will be at. Where to go? There it is. Boo. He's at 14 of 30. He can hit himself. With his last spell. He also, if we take, let's go ahead and take a. I say we should take a rest, eat some of Senshi's food, maybe move a little bit, move like 10-15 minutes down the road, then take a rest. In case they decide to come back.
I'll say, actually, before you head off, I'd say there's about a 50% chance the bandit captain, when he fled, dropped that special key of his.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So, if Barnacle, if you'd like to give me a percentile. Yeah,
No.
you see lying on the ground this shiny brass key. Let me grab that real quick. No, I had a picture for this, but I guess Let me check to see if I just didn't link it. I guess I just didn't bring a key for this. Oh well. It's fine. It's a brass key. Grab the party sheet and throw it in there. This is the only thing of note that you can find on the bodies. A brass key.
So I'll toss it over to Merritt.
Yeah, Merritt, as you examine it, you can see where the the part that would go into the keyhole that would actually make it act as a key is kind of only really like two parts that look kind of like a mouth that are like very slowly moving in and out.
Wow. Gross.
That's weird.
Uh, and I'll just say over the course of your guys' short rest, you can identify it as something called a gnashing key. Which, if you want to give that a read, I'll share in the chat there.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Just a fun little magic item.
Nice. I like it.
Whoever wants it, feel free to take it.
All right, so as we're healing, I'll tell the other, hey, John and Harold, go check the other bodies real quick, see if there's anything of value. We got to get out of here before they come back.
Yeah, they give them a little once over, but they do not find anything of note. They do find a number of arrows if you guys would like that, but other than that, the weapons are kind of generally useless.
All right, so we'll head on out. We'll go about 10-15 minutes and then take a short rest.
All right, you guys are able to. You're
All right, if
nothing comes to interrupt your short rest.
Merritt, are you going to use a hit dice?
Actually,
Man, I'm only wounded for 4, but I should anyway, just so that I'm at
actually,
that.
I
Well-
lied. John does find on one of the bandit corpses what looks to be a rudimentary map. That seems to it's kind of like some markings that you can identify as like the area with like an X that seems to be marked towards their hideout.
A map. Okay, cool. All right, so
Yes.
he's going to use his chef's treats and give a little cupcake to Barnacle and Merritt. And then he will use a hit die himself and will eat while he's doing it. So he should bring him back to full. Just barely it does. And Barnacle
Yay!
is also going to use a hit dice and get a treat.
Thanks.
Who's a good boy? You get a treat!
Barnacle. Nice. Okay. Well, it's better than his crap 1 roll. That's good. He's not going to use anymore. All right, and his chef's food. You can do that every time we take a short rest, so that's fine. And you can do the chef's treats. With 1 hour of work, or when you finish a long rest. Okay. Okay, so yes, that's fine. He's good. Alright, so we are rested up. Did you push the short rest? Yes.
I did.
Cool. Because I got my channel divinity back. Excellent.
Yay.
I guess now I'm going to ask, are you going to go to the location marked on the map or just continue on your travels?
They're pretty much in opposite directions.
The give me a this would be a survival check, or I think this would be like a cartographer's check, just to like read the map kind of deal. If I remember correctly, that's the right thing. But I'll say just make a wisdom check on to kind of read the map and kind of try and estimate where it's sort of telling you to go because it's a very like vague map. So you can at least note where the bandit camp is. Yeah.
Nice.
So from what you can tell, the bandit camp off this like vague map, it seems to be relatively nearby. Based off of some intuition, the bandits wouldn't want to be too far from their hideout if they're raiding people. Um, you reckon it's probably maybe 2 hours off the road, just maybe north. Um, so somewhere around, if you're looking at the map here, somewhere around there.
Oh, it's north of us. I thought they were from the dead bark tree. Okay.
They said they have a way to get to the dead bark tree. But this seems to indicate that their hideout, or at least the hideout they were using that's nearby, is just north of you.
Okay. Well, if I'm reading this right, it looks like it's not that far north of here. Hopefully we killed most of them if you want to go. I say we should at least go check it out, maybe do some stealth. See if we can figure out if anybody's there.
Definitely. I was gonna see if I could like figure out what some of these guys looked like, but like they're decomposed, so I can't really copy them.
Nope, not really.
Nope,
I mean,
not
you
really.
could make yourself look like a skeleton of one of them.
Yeah.
But the only one that you ever talk was the
I
captain.
did hear what the captain sounded like, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically try on our way, work on my impression of his voice.
All right. I'll say whoever's leading the charge, give me a quick survival check as you kind of go there. Just because you're going off the beaten path.
I'm not very survival.
I'm not either, but yeah, I don't know.
You have a bonus to survival, and that's more than me. So
Yeah. You are still able to find. It takes you a bit longer than you initially intended. What you estimated to be around what should have been like a 2 hour trip ends up turning into around 3 hours. As you you take a wrong turn, but eventually you're able to come to this kind of area of hills that kind of leads into like a kind of small valley, and you kind of see there's like this little kind of cave entrance into the side of the hill, with a kind of a door set into it. I'll drop you on the map. I will say I guess I'll ask, you bringing in both the acolytes with you, or all the acolytes, or you like,
As soon
just
as we get
bringing.
close, as soon as we can see that there's a door somewhere, we'll have them
Mm,
move back couple 100 feet and stay back
okay.
there.
I'll assume they also have your horse with you. Them. Um,
That is a good assumption to make.
yeah. Uh, and we'll pick up from here in about 10 minutes. This is about time for our break.
Cool, cool.
Um, yeah. I'm going to say with this next map, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. It is a little weird, so I decided to not do the walls. I'm just going to do a mask that I'll reveal as you travel to it and can see stuff. Just because that's a little bit easier than trying to put in walls and then having the tokens get stuck.
Right. Okay.
Um,
No worries.
but we'll deal with that in about 10 minutes.
Awesome.
All right.
Alrighty, we are back. Nick, do you have yours on?
Sounds like a no.
If anybody was wondering, for those of you watching and stuff, Nick is not going to be switching this to 2024 rules anytime soon. And the other games I'm running as well are not going to be switched to 2024 soon. I might do it for one of the campaigns I'm doing, but I will be talking to the people involved and see what they want to do. All right, before we get going back into the game, I did want to see. We addressed it several months ago about pushing this back an hour from 6 to 9 Pacific time. And it was not unanimous by any means, so I wanted to revisit it since things have changed for several people. Looking at maybe going half an hour for 6:30 to 9:30. See what you guys think of that option. It might be better for some of the other people who can't always play.
Yeah, I can do that. There's some days when I'm working till 5, so 6 might be pushing it, but 6:30 I could certainly do.
All right, and Samantha, what about you?
I mean, I'm not a fan of the idea, but like, if it changes, I'll still show up. So.
All right, so I'll put the feelers out and see what the other two people say. If we get a response back, it'll depend on what they say then. So for now, we'll keep going with 7. And so with that, go back to Nick. It is all you.
All right. So as you come to this area with some of these larger hills, this little kind of inlet of it has a little bit more of a rocky side to it. You can see kind of about 10 feet up, there's kind of a entrance or kind of a little cave entrance into the side of the hill. It kind of has a door just up past the way, and there's like a little staircase that kind of, or stone kind of staircase to the side of it that kind of leads up to it. And you can kind of see to either side there is another kind of like 5 or 10 feet up, or about 5 feet up from where the entrance is. It's about 15, so this area right here is 10 feet up with a little staircase, and then there's these little areas right here that are 15 feet up from where you're at.
All right, and the staircase leads up to these other two areas, or?
Looks like the staircase just goes from here to here.
Okay, so
and then it looks like there is a kind of a little bit of a walkway here that kind of goes up, but very much more of like a tiny ledge someone can shuffle along, but and not really a walkway.
Okay.
But
ooh, I don't get it. I can't draw anymore as a player. Boo. So this here is the steps for us then to go up to this one.
This here. So the stairs start right here, and then it goes up to here, and then there's like a little ledge that's right here that goes between the platform up to this section here.
Okay.
It's a little, yeah, a little hard to see, but that's what I have decided.
Are there tracks or anything in the immediate area that we can see?
Give me a investigation check or survival. you can tell as you're kind of approaching, there are several recent tracks within the last couple hours leading up towards the staircase and towards the entrance. You can see, and with a net 20, you count what you're pretty sure is about 7 different tracks of, of people. One that's a bit larger than the others. Kind of in your head, it seems to be the amount of the same amount as the amount of undead that fled from your turning earlier. I did unmute, right? I did.
All right, so
I think you did the wrong
I
tag
guess we'll
there.
go on in.
All right.
Do you want to lead the way? Or should I?
Here, I'll actually unlock the tokens for a second there.
Oh, he hadn't approved the move, so
Yeah, nope, sorry.
Gotcha.
If you would like to go up straight to the door, which is closed, feel free. Are you just approaching? Are you trying to be quiet? How are you guys doing this?
I'm just walking up. I have my crossbow out, and I'm just walking on up,
Okay.
trying to be as alert as possible. And if nothing, so is that a
Nothing's happened so
trap
far.
over there?
Nope, I'm just revealing a little bit more as I can.
All right, so I'm sort of peeking around the corner, looking to see what I can see.
The door is closed.
That's a door. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. This is where the door is.
All right, and the two ledges are higher than us. Do we hear? I'm going to stop for a moment and have everybody stop moving, and we're all going to listen. Do we hear anything from either side or from behind the door?
Yeah, give me a couple of. Might as well actually make use of this and push it. Perception checks.
I did well for a flat roll.
You guys all hear from what sounds like the shuffling of movement on around either corner on the upper shelves, just out of sight, but you do hear the shuffling of some boots and the clinking of bones. Beyond the door, you don't hear anything immediately. You do you do hear like a distant groan coming from deeper within.
The clinking of bones, you say? I thought this was an alive bandit hideout, but
At one point, it wasn't alive. They were alive.
Is the groan Like a groan of pain or like a groan of a monster or a zombie? Err.
Um,
More like a grown-up zombie.
Okay.
yeah, and just to make sure that we're on the same page, Merritt is using message and talking to you, Barnacle. You can hear his voice in your head. I think
Mhm.
we're dealing with more undead here.
Yeah.
So we're
What
on the
does
same
Merit
page.
look like?
Merritt looks like Merritt.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to open the door.
All right. As you do, there's a ringing of a bell on the other side. Um, and as I reveal more, I'm going to have just you guys roll initiative.
Makes sense. I'm in the back.
That should be good for now. For my sake, I'm actually going to just reveal a bit more of these first little side tunnels. And let's. As we get into it, starting off with this hobgoblin skeleton who comes up from around the corner here. You can probably kind of start to see what I meant by the how weird the kind of map is on this. Kind of comes to stand on the ledge there. I'm just gonna, yeah, that's good enough. And is gonna take a shot at Merit. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Takes a shot at Senchi with a hit. Seems like some habits don't die hard, or in this case, don't die. From the other side comes another skeleton. Who's going to make a shot against Barnacle. Odds or evens?
Odd.
Makes a shot against Senshi. But
Senshi.
that's a miss.
These hobgoblins might have been racist in their days.
That brings us to Barnacle.
All right, and I see nothing down the hall.
Nope, there's nothing down the hall immediately. It looks like it continues on. There's a couple of staircases to either side as you walk down the hallway. But, you know, seeing deeper into the cave beyond what you got, there's seems to be a little wall there.
All right, I'm going to take a shot at him. And then I'm going to move in 25 feet.
All right. This guy's gonna. Just gonna reveal a little bit around where this guy is at as I reveal him as he comes running down the corridor. He makes it just right there. What's the range on this? Yeah, he's plenty good.
Were the two
And the only person,
I'm sorry, was the ogre a skeleton or a zombie?
uh, he's still considered a zombie as he has more flesh on him,
Okay.
but he still was greatly decayed. Um, target Senshi as he's the only one you can see.
Now, is
I'm gonna
this a
say
double
he has
door?
a -2.
Is it a double door or a single
Not
door?
no. It is a single door,
Okay, cool.
and for how the map is, it's a little weird. So I'm actually gonna say from that angle he has a -5. Still manages to hit. That's a little weird because it's like kind of in the middle.
Right.
But and normally when that happens, I just make a double door. But yeah, just leave it a single door. It's just we'll deal with it. That is this guy's turn. Get there. That brings us to Merritt.
Merritt is going to go ahead and use his bonus action to cast Merritt's Mark. Um, on, he's going to do it on the powerfully built hobgoblin. And I put that on myself. Um, and then he's going to go ahead, since that was a bonus action, he's going to pull out his. Let's have him pull out his crossbow.
All right.
Or, yeah. Wait, actually, I think that works with spells. So I'm actually going to not pull out my crossbow and instead cast Cantrip Firebolt at him. Yeah, that
Oof.
misses.
Rough.
And oh no, that guy looks a little bit too powerfully built for me. Uh, so I'm gonna move a little bit and get some distance.
Oh, I should lock tokens.
Yeah,
That was 10 feet.
it was 15 because I went through section.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
I
Good
just
call
want
out.
to be around the corner.
Fair enough. All right, that brings us to Senchi.
All right, so he's going to say, "Get in there and shut the door," and he's going to blast Haggard. See Barnacle, so he's going to go the opposite way. He succeeded, so Does not take damage, sadly.
Yep, that brings us to the powerfully built, who while Merrick does have partial cover, he can still see you. So I'm going to make that a -2 as he tries to shoot you.
You said he's higher than Merritt right now, correct?
Yep. He's 5 feet higher above where Merritt
Well, it's
is.
5. I thought it was 15. Okay, good.
Well, so it's 15 from the ground where you guys were at. The platform to enter in is 10 feet up, and this is 5 feet above that, so 15 from the ground.
Yeah, you're... For whatever reason, you're... Oh,
Yeah,
if
it's
you zoom
really
in, it
dark.
works. It does work. Okay,
Yeah.
it's 5 feet. Okay. Weird.
I
Wonder if there's...
black text on a dark background.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, he actually managed to hit.
Boo.
Kind of grazes your arm there. Oh no!
Fucking kidding
The
me?
sound returns.
That spell lasts for 8 hours.
I will give him my inspiration.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Now roll your con save, and if you succeed, reapply the effect.
Token.
No. Thank
Wow.
you for the inspiration. I just shouldn't be casting concentration spells today, I guess.
Yeah, like it cuts deep into your arm, and it really stings. Like it's distractingly stings. Like it doesn't hurt as much. It's more like annoying of the amount of wound.
So,
I'm
under your
sorry.
options, there's token height indicator, and you have font color dark, font size medium, maybe change it to light? I don't know what the options are, but that might work. Aha, I can see it at medium. It's gray.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Cool. I still don't know why the background's black. I've never seen that. Anyway, cool.
I think it's with the
Now we can see it.
theme or something like that.
Oh yeah, it might be. That makes sense.
Alrighty. With that fixed, remove the merit mark effect. Unfortunately, bringing us to the other skeleton, who has an even better view on you. And is gonna try and shoot you. And rolled even better.
I don't even think they missed tonight. This fight.
So far, not. Well, I think one of the attacks missed Senshi, the other one hit. That brings us to Barnacle.
All right, so he heard Senshi. So he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, good. So I'm going to run up 30. Take a quick glance up and down to make sure nothing's coming. If it's not coming, I don't care what it looks like. And then he's going to try to...
Yeah, you don't see anything immediately coming. This seems to open up into a room. Has like another little side path there. This one seems to curve a little bit. Don't really see anything past the curve. And I will now.
He's not hurt. But as he runs up he sort of flicks his holy symbol, and this skeleton hears this ship spell in his head. And he's saved. Dadgummit. Wow. Never mind.
I don't have ears. He drops his bow, pulls out a short sword, and tries to stab you. He misses.
Okay.
Here goes to Merritt. Senchi's on deck.
Merritt's having a bad time here. He's leaving.
Just walks away.
I closed the door behind me.
All right.
I was too zoomed in. Oh, there's somebody inside. Okay.
Yeah, there's someone at the end of the hallway.
Okay. That's 30 feet of movement. I'll go ahead and I'll cast Mind Sliver on this guy. So I'm gonna target him. He needs to make an intelligence save. That's a failure.
Yay. Better than me.
There's not much brain left, anyways.
Damage. And he has a minus 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn. So, Barnacle, if you wanna keep casting Toll the Dead on him and stuff. There you go.
A groan. The zombie groans seem to be getting closer from deeper within. Brings us to Senchi.
Alright, so he's going to move up 20 feet. And so this thing gets a -4. So I will do this. Alright, so if you want to put a -1 in your modifier.
I
will
believe it actually it's coded to automatically roll it.
Oh, it has a condition. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. I see it now.
Yes. Pretty sure I did that correctly.
A little flame of sacredness. Did you?
Yes, it looks like I did.
Cool. And he failed. Cool, so he took some damage. And then he's going to move up here. If he doesn't see anything, he's just going to move up 5 feet to get out of the lightning bolt line.
Yep. Nope, doesn't see anything. Brings us to our hobgoblin skeletons.
They run toward each other, smash, and fall off the edge.
Exactly.
They actually have to dash so they can get to a spot where they can see people. So that's their turn. And this guy's turn is to get right there, right behind you. And this guy. Oh. Yeah. Gets there. And he can barely see Merritt. So he's gonna have Merritt, you got 3/4 cover from this, so -5. As he tries and shoot you through the little gap there. That was almost a nat 20.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm also like basically a wizard, so my AC
As you
is
feel.
not very good.
Yeah, just feel another graze. And unfortunately, his stealth, this guy's stealth was higher than guy's perception checks as coming around the corner. It's the undead bandit captain from behind Senshi. And he has advantage on this, at least in this first attack.
Wait, so when they got turned, they went back to their hideout?
Well, it looks like after you guys did, took an hour rest and it took a little bit longer to get here, so seems like habits die hard. So they probably wandered back to their base because they were still around, but you know, undead habits, I guess.
Next over here, like, you guys are gonna fight these guys whether you like it or not.
I mean, it makes sense to me. He's gonna have advantage on his longsword strike here. If I Wow. 4 and a 1.
Good job, Senshi. Keep it up.
Well, he's following up with another strike, which this time hits. Yeah, basically, like he kind of tries to jump down some of the stairs, but he doesn't quite stick the landing and just like hits the ceiling with his sword as he's trying to do this, and so essentially like recovers and then it's just like stab. Not as cool as you would have hoped. that brings us to Barnacle. Yeah.
All right, so two of them are wounded, one of them close to death. I don't see anything else, but I hear more groans. Since we heard the groans, this wasn't the guy sneaking around. So I'm going to move. Yeah, I'm just going to kill this thing first. And yeah, the ship's bell is going to be the most damage I can do. And it was just against the first attack, correct?
Yeah,
Dadgum.
first one.
So frustrating.
That sucks.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm still going to move back. Move back here 10 feet and take the op.
Alright, well, he's going to make his op attack and miss.
Okay.
And then he's going to follow you and try to attack you again.
Can I see Haggard now? Sort of. At least see him.
I'd say he
There
has.
is like a little split there, right?
Here, I'll target him. There.
Yeah, I'd say he has 3/4 cover, but yeah, you can see him.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, no, he missed both strikes, so that's his turn. Coming around the corner is this kind of snake folk zombie.
Okay, good.
We're gonna kind of end up dashing and kind of squeezing by people. Get right there, but that's his turn. That brings us to Merritt.
Aren't quite going the way Merritt wants them to. So he is going to go ahead and pull out. He's gonna pull out the staff of the python, and
Hmm.
I think this will work, especially near the opening. He's gonna. Uh,
Before you do that, let me double check one thing on that.
oh,
Because I believe it summons a giant python,
yeah, I don't remember what.
which I believe
Is that 3 and not 2 square?
I am going to just double check that real quick because yeah, it is giant python, right?
Yes.
Apparently, I'm spelling python wrong. Or is it a giant constrictor snake?
Uh,
What does the item say? Here, I'll get the item.
giant constrictor snake.
Huge beast. So it is a 3x3.
Oop, yep.
Yep, you'd be aware of that before
Okay.
doing that. So
See, I was just testing you, obviously. Man. Okay. Well, this whole time, it's been like avoiding the powerfully built one. Now we've got the flabby snake folk zombie. Uh, within melee range. So, Merritt's going to go ahead and uh, use his. Let's go stick with his quarterstaff. Go back to basics. And he's going to go ahead and use Booming Blade. I don't think this guy's going to move, but you know, if he does. It's a hit.
Yay.
It's not damage. Max damage. Nice. And he's sheathed in this energy. I don't like being here.
I thought it did 1d8 damage now at your level. On hit.
Does it do it on hit?
Was I wrong? I remember saying, what? It does that? And you saying yes.
I don't think so.
Okay.
just
Yes.
because I'm curious, I'm gonna look it
At
up. real
5th
quick.
level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 damage. Aren't we 5? Or are we not 5?
Melee attack
We
deals
are
an
five.
extra 1d8
Yes.
thunder damage to target on hit, and the damage increases.
Oh,
Roll your thunder damage.
Yeah, because we had that conversation. I was like, what? It doesn't do that. And you showed it to me. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, it does do that.
Because I think you were reading through it last time, and it's like, oh, it does this.
I need to add a damage then.
For now, just roll a d8, and I'll add it.
Sorry, you should have been doing this all night. I
Yeah,
forgot.
That's fine. I also forgot, if you can't tell.
I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
All right. Well, speaking of large creatures, squeezing through the tight spaces comes the ogre zombie as he comes around the corner.
Wow.
He can't
So
go farther
I
than
can't
this.
put things in tight spaces, but you, the DM.
Well, there's a difference between large and huge. And I'm just letting you know, he's very much squeezing in these spaces. So surprisingly though, the loss of a limb, which he's now using as a weapon, is actually aiding him in moving through this cavern but that's as far as he can get, and he can't reach anybody. Right? Yeah.
All right, come
Another
on.
double
Roll.
checking the
Can I use
distance.
my inspiration?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my inspiration on initiative because I want to go first if I can.
Sure.
When we get to that point, I've got my advantage clicked, so it should go automatically.
I do not have initiatives re-rolling every round,
Oh, I thought I could have sworn we were. Okay, never mind.
but if you would like to do that, I'll allow you if you just want to re-roll it now, and then I'll adjust accordingly.
Okay.
And then finally, we got
Ah, it's worse. Oh no, it's not. It's better. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
the
not
reroll.
quite first, but
The
you're
luck.
close there.
Okay, that's why.
Hmm.
Nice. I didn't know you had that automated. Excellent.
It's going to end up dashing as the zombie kind of takes the alternate route to come from the other side, meaning there's currently flanking on Barnacle. So that brings us to Senchi.
All right. Well, he is concerned, and so he's going to. It's not a ranged attack, so he's just gonna throw up his hands as this radiant light flashes in the eyes of the undead captain.
Which he manages to dodge. Brings us to Powerfully Built, who's gonna drop his bow and draw his short sword to attack Merritt.
No.
For an at one,
Nice.
as he like swings large, catches on the stone wall next to him, and hears like a loud snap as the blade snaps as he like completes the swing, but just the broken blade does not even reach you, and it's just like looking at it. That brings us to Barnacle.
All right. So now that they're all in attendance, we have gathered here together on this day to worship Agdar, and I'm going to once again turn undead. So I will
Nice.
target the enemies. I was waiting for them all to show up. Still might not be all of them, but it's gonna be pretty darn close. And does that look right? It does look right. Okay. Here it is. Drink. Wink.
Did they all fail?
I saw a success somewhere.
Oh, Haggard succeeded.
Alright, that is an action. I think this time, do I have the spell slots? I'll use up my last spell slot to go ahead and bring in old trusty spiritual weapon.
All right, where do you
And
want
I'm
to
going
place it?
to, as I do a quick
Oh, you do have it.
check and see. Oh, Haggard. Okay, so I'll put it there then. You said Haggard was the only one that saved.
Yep.
I didn't bother trying to weed through the confusion. All right, let's see. I should have. Those are my skills.
I believe
Here
you
it
do
is,
get an
spiritual
attack with
weapon.
spiritual weapon.
I do.
Yeah.
I was just looking to see where. Well, I have it hotkeyed. What the heck? Sorry.
Oh, you have
Never
all
mind.
these other. You have everyone targeted. So,
Okay, so
everyone but the one you're attacking is targeted.
exactly. Clear
So
targets.
funny.
There we go. Sorry. Never used fancy guns before. Here we go. I'm still targeted. I said clear targets. click. Clear targets. Okay, now they're
There it
cleared.
goes. Took a second.
Control. And try that one more time. Spiritual weapon. 3. What the? New leader for Mrs. Yes, he is. Because I have not been able to hit tonight very well. I think I hit a couple times. That's it. But hopefully he's distracted now. Alright.
Yeah, he tries to take a swing at the spiritual weapon and does nothing. Yeah, our undead bandit captain is turned, so he flees further up the staircase and out of sight. This skeleton's gonna
Four
try and
guys abandoned by their leader twice.
flee deeper into the cave. And dash. You do a attack of opportunity on this guy if you wanted to. The crazed turtle.
No.
Cool. Ba-da-da.
You're trying
This
to figure out the
snake
best
folk.
route for that guy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it would be through Senshi, but because that's the most direct route away from Barnacle.
And damn it, he's not moving with Rip.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Flabby will move, and he's got some rings around his feet.
Yeah,
that is him.
so he is
Yeah.
still moving willingly for the spell, so the damage does go off. Unwillingly, it's like someone pushes him or drags him.
I thought it was first movement spell.
No, it's fear. So it's not forced.
Yeah.
They choose to move as far away as they can, basically.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll that damage.
Yeah, and he's already hurt now, so hopefully he dies. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, not quite. Yes, he decides to.
Okay, now can I get my top attack at
Do I
him?
get an optic?
Actually, you both get your off attacks as he. So basically, he gets like right here, takes some damage, and then he continues fleeing.
Yes. So
Barnacle, you get an attack off on him.
nice.
Nice.
Nice. Alrighty, he has to make a DC 11 save,
Wraps around his
which he
legs.
does succeed on.
Slams him down. He's now prone. Let's see if we can finish him off.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have advantage.
So they managed to move 10 feet. Uses the other half to stand back up, and is no longer unconscious. He's at 21. And he's going to move one more space.
Okay, now I
Merritt.
get off attack.
Yep.
Come on.
Actually, before that, Senshi gets an opportunity attack.
Yeah, Senshi. Come up, babe.
Alright. Click.
Um,
Senshi. And turn. That comes. Alright. There it is. Mace. To the face.
Nice.
so he has to make a DC 7 save. And I just dropped it in the chat. I'm going to drop it on him. As 14, so he does succeed.
And then
And then you're free to make your check, your opportunity check, Merritt,
we're just gonna kill this guy eventually, right?
as he keeps stumbling.
That was enough. Doesn't matter how much damage you do.
2
Yeah,
damage
but the saving throw is gonna be super easy.
Oh yeah.
plus 7.
See.
So I guess we get 7 save. That's a 21, so he does manage to
Wow.
still save.
This
Okay.
guy has obstacles at every turn. So,
Actually,
you can't move
he's
any
no longer turned. He took damage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, so
He also wouldn't
yeah,
have movement speed, right? Because Barnacle hit him and he went prone.
he stood up. He
And
was going to take his dash action to basically keep moving, and then he basically has just enough movement to stand up, and that is it. And that is his full turn. That brings us to Merritt. Flabby is staring at you with rage. I don't think it fully realized that it was no longer turned till after you hit it.
So these two are the only ones that aren't turning and fleeing, correct?
At the moment, yes, because
Okay.
Flabby was attacked, yeah.
Cool.
And somehow it's still alive.
Just lightning bolts and you can kill them both.
Is powerfully built turned?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
So is
Yeah.
I just
Take
wondered
reactions.
if that, like... So if they're turned, do ranged attacks still have disadvantage since they're next to me? Or do they not pose a threat because they have to move away?
I'm going to rule that because they don't have any reactions and are currently not posing a threat, they do not impose disadvantage.
Awesome. Appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and cast Firebolt at Flappy.
Alrighty.
Trying to put him out of his misery at
So
this
you should
point.
do it at Haggard, and then it'll go through Flabby to get to Haggard.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not how Firebolt works. That's how Lightning Bolt works, but a different kind of bolt.
Yeah. You gotta first make the hole in the creature before you can shoot through it.
Yeah, he's
Well,
dropped
okay.
twice. So I think
Yeah.
he did. Or 3 times. So I think there's a hole in
Dropped
him.
3 times.
It's the back of its head is very much leaking. It is like broken up, but like back of the head being exposed kind of deal.
Okay.
All right.
So,
DC
DC 15.
15. As I go back to its thing, roll its save. That's a 20.
Oh
He
my
just
God.
won't die. He is prone though.
Somebody use radiant damage on that guy. Is there a way I can move to be like, I know that Senshi can cast spells with radiant damage. Is there somewhere I can move so I can be like out of his way? So that
If you move between Senshi and Barnacle, Senshi can take your spot.
I will do that.
Alrighty. You know, there are other 2 people next to you are turned, so they don't do anything. Ogre is turned, so he flees into the
Very
darkness
slowly.
Squeezed so
very
far.
slowly as he's squeezing by things. And
I
ends
love how
up
we
dashing and
managed.
basically goes full movement.
I love how we managed to turn one hard fight into 2 kind of hard fights.
Yeah. Somewhat magical. I mean, in my mind, it makes sense that this would happen.
No, I just think it's funny.
Yeah. The zombie flees.
No, with the way they were rolling tonight, it was, especially this fight, it would have been rough.
Yeah.
We don't have the other 2
Yeah.
acolytes. We have nobody.
Yeah. Admittedly, the original fight, so it's supposed to have at least 1 extra player character of level 5 capacity.
Oh yeah.
If not 2 extra.
Eno with a wildfire spirit would have been amazing.
Yeah. Ina has Fireball. That's Zombie's turn. That brings us to Senchi.
Alright, so he's going to come in, hand Merritt a cookie as he passes.
Mhm.
Only has a small amount of pocket lint on it. And it succeeded.
No. This stupid Saw movie. We're just targeting the one guy, and he is not dying.
Yeah, he's an undead zombie.
Oh, I forgot to have my spiritual weapon go. That's alright, my bad. My powerfully built, let's go. Get out of the way.
Yep.
I got
Now
stuff
he's
to
gonna run this way, hits the door, opens the door, keeps going, dashes.
Is essentially using
Sounds
his op attack.
actually
Well,
yes.
shouldn't.
No,
But
he's not going to.
can. Okay.
Okay. But like it does change things as but this one's just fully running away out of the base. Bring us to Barnacle. We've started to move
Okay.
over.
First of all, there it is. Yeah, it's a miss. Alright, so
Oof.
I'm just going to slide that here because I'm going to move up. Does this type of style of whip? It does not. Alright, so he's going to move up. It has to be adjacent. 5, can I even do that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yes, I can. So 25 to be adjacent, and then whip him.
Whip him real good.
Why isn't it rolling?
Oh, I guess it was just being slow. Oh no! Miss.
Goodness sakes. And then he's going to move forward anyway, so I'm just going to stay there.
Tiger will well, he would have already have dropped his bow to slice at the spiritual weapon, but now he's gonna slice at you.
Alright,
Yes,
so
hit.
finally, I'm going to use Wrath of the Storm so you can do your damage as I do mine.
Alrighty.
As he hits me, holy symbol flares, blast of lightning.
Yeah, he failed. And is evaporated. As his
Nice.
remaining bones clatter against the back wall.
Alright, so he's gone. Yeah, alright, excellent. But I use up my last Channel Divinity.
Flabby Zombie's gonna stand up. And is going to whack at Barnacle. Miss. That is his go.
Okay, we got ourselves a flappy zombie. And Merritt's gonna well, actually, I shouldn't move right next to it.
If you move one space down, you'll be able to see him.
Awesome. I'm just doing the mental math of Is it one space or two spaces down that I could see him? I'm gonna go ahead and you know,
Blast
use
him.
firebolt again.
All right.
Yay!
Woot.
So
All right.
DC
7.
11, or
Yes.
yeah, wait,
12.
12. Sorry,
That's a 16.
I saw the exceeds amount. Damn it! Can we just finally get to like instant death here, guys?
This zombie is growing closer and closer to a skeleton with every attack.
This zombie's on fire.
Ogre zombie, please. Zombie, please. Gerald, sentry. Just manages to succeed. This guy doesn't want to die. uh,
At this point, we
Please,
should
off the
start
map.
trying to convince him to join us.
That brings us to Barnacle.
I'm going to move down. I'm also going to move the spiritual weapon beyond him, and then it's going to smack him.
Alrighty. He does have prone stim on him, so it should automatically roll with advantage. Perfect. If I remember correctly, the spiritual weapon's force?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a DC 11. And it fails! Finally!
Finally!
And it's like laying there, burnt, battered. The spiritual weapon, like, which I'm just imagining is like an anchor, just like hovers over him and then drops down, fully squashing the head, finally keeping it down.
I'm going to move the rest of my 30 feet to there.
Okay.
Do I see peeking around the corner the zombie, the ogre? Down here. I can't see where it goes. So I see him at all?
No, you do not.
Okay. And since I was standing right next to him, but that doesn't seem to matter. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move. Say, I'm going to try to lead the zombie, since we can move faster than him through these tunnels. Try to get to him.
Cool. I'm just going to reveal this next area at this point. Boom. I'll just reveal this as well, because that's going to be an easy spot.
That's 20 to here. I'm looking around. I don't see the zombie, the ogre.
Nope. There is a pathway up north. There, you do spot one of the skeletons having like hit into the wall.
Okay, I'm going to come back 10 feet. And I can see Merritt. I'll be telling him, try going up the northern, up right there. See if you can see him. We can try to get us through these narrow tunnels. We can keep away from him.
That brings us to Merritt.
Barnacle said to go north.
I'm turning.
So I move 30 feet to see what I can see.
Yep. And I'm just going to reveal this. Now that you're at this point, I'm going to reveal this next little spot. You see the undead bandit captain there, kind of taking a defensive stance as he's kind of, standing there.
I use mage hand and close the door.
It's more of a curtain than a proper door, so you can just like grab the curtain and close it.
Yeah.
I close the curtain. The captain's up this way. Um, my action was to mage hand because I thought it
Yep.
was funny. So
Yep.
I forget with message. That's one way, correct? It's not like some of the other ones where they can reply.
I think they can reply with message.
message, you can reply.
Yeah, it's like something very short, very quick, but
Right.
they can reply.
Well, crap. Stay or go. And so the acolyte moves over.
I guess just in case
Looking
you
back
just
and forth between him and Merritt. Just in case what?
just in case it wasn't obvious, there is a pathway that seems to go further north right here. Yeah.
And then let's see, looking at something real quick. It is he has no healing spells or anything left. He'll just move down here. That was 20 to 30. Can he? What is this gray thing in the middle? Can he see Crazed Turtle?
This is a little water hole. And yes, you can see Crazed Turtle. I'd say just because of the angle you're seeing out at, you're at a -2, but you can see him.
Maybe he doesn't understand how Sacred Flame works. Okay, so I'm going to step forward so I can see Merritt. And I'm waiting for a response. I'm looking with my hands in the what do you want to do symbol.
Yeah.
Let's fight this guy.
Okay. I'll tell Senshi, come on. That was 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. And slide him. 20. Alright, I'm going to... Alright, I have... Oh, I used up my second level spell. One last spell.
Please don't forget to turn that on before you go to bed.
Alright, so... Yeah, I don't really want to... But he's turned, so screw it. I'm just going to move up. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that'll be it. I'll move in. I cannot see him through the curtain. I'll leave the curtain open so they can see him.
All right. He's going to move to the other side of the room and take the dodge action.
Okay.
Taking the dodge action. Merit.
Okay. Merritt is moving into the room. Okay, now that he's here, I think he's gonna move up there and no, I might as well. Um, he's going to go ahead and use his quarterstaff and use booming blade. The guy that's got the dodge action, does he have all the effects on him? Correct.
No, so just click disadvantage. I believe I do not have that easily coded in my effects. I will double check that though.
Well,
Nope,
hit.
I do not.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I do not have that coded as an effect that I can easily give. But, you still hit, so you're good.
Okay, let me see if this code works. It does indeed.
Nice.
I might as well. Merit is going to go ahead and move back.
All right. Due to how the turn effect works, they lose their reaction when they're turned, and then he's no longer turned because he took damage. But you don't get your reaction back until you start your turn. So I'm going to rule he currently has no reaction.
Nice.
That is great for me.
Dodge action. Dodge action. Senji.
Wave goodbye and move 30. Still far away, so he's gonna double move. And he's not gonna go the full 60. He's gonna sort of stick his head in there, see what's going on, and he's just gonna sort of wait back here
Okay.
and lean against the wall, try to be inconspicuous.
Bringing us to Barnacle. I'd say we're going to try and go through one more round, and we'll see where we're
Okay.
at.
So I was able to
Hey.
whip around and Barnacle control. Control spiritual weapon. Yeah, a little bit of damage. Alright, but now what do you think, Merritt? I think he looks a little thirsty. And I'm going to take out the little water bottle again, point it at him.
Hey.
Nicely blasts into him, slams him against the wall,
Ooh, sad damage.
and he is prone and very wet.
Well, I guess he's going to start. He's going to stand up. Kind
You
of
look like a
grabs
drowned
his-
rat.
You will pay for this. as he moves forward. If you want to drop the thunder damage on him,
Nice.
Sad damage.
Boy,
he's just going to go straight for Barnacle.
we're hitting him now, but we just can't do any damage.
Uh,
Hey, he did the thunder wave to you. Come on, he just smacked you with his staff. I just gave you
and
a
you
bath.
turned him.
Come on.
You turned him twice.
You should be afraid of
That's a
me. I'll turn you again if you keep attacking me.
Round him again. And he miss. One slice hits in, the second one you're able to dodge, and that is his turn.
On the plus side, I think we're just about at flanking.
Alright, yeah. If you were to go one down, you are flanking,
Yay, flanking!
which is a +2.
Woo!
If Senshi gets in on that action, that's a +4.
Yeah. There's no reason for me to switch weapons. I might as well use Booming Blade. I don't think he's gonna keep moving, but might as well. Oh wait, yeah, I should because it does extra damage. I'm silly.
Nice.
I'm not used to having spells that work good all the time.
There we go. Much better.
Nice, nice. Do that. And just because I want, well, who's going next?
Senji.
Senshi? Okay, cool. Then I will move to let Senshi get in on this action. So I'll move back to where I was. And that's my turn.
Those two take the dodge action.
Alright, so Barnacle waves for him to move up. So he will step up. Flash his light.
I'll say he has a plus. Well, with three of you have this in the triangle formation, I'll say you got the flanking bonus with 3 people, so
Okay.
attacks have +4.
Very nice.
Let's do one more round. See if we can get through this guy.
Alright, so
See if he
Merritt
doesn't-
moved in a way, but I'm going to still slide him over here. And Barnacle does not have him targeted. He does now. Control Spirit. That's a miss.
Oof.
And so I'm just going to try to rapier this guy. So you said a +4.
Yep. +4 to hit. Nice.
Heavily damaged, slowly getting there.
Yep, he's going to make one attack against Merritt and one attack against Barnacle. He misses Merritt, but does manage to strike Barnacle.
I already used my my Channel Divinity, so
And that's his turn. That brings us to Merritt.
Merritt is gonna hit him. And that was a +4, right, Nick? For the
Yep,
flanking?
+4. Has been a hot minute since we've been able to make use of flanking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No,
no inspiration.
I accidentally put the booming bolt, the thunder on my staff instead of on him. Like I cast it too early, and I just as I try to move it, it like flies out of my hand.
Brings us to Senshi.
Alright, well, he's keep doing what he's doing. Is he targeted? No.
That is a fail.
Wow, he doesn't know what to do.
Personal best.
And he's not resistant to that. Good, so that was a good call.
Yep. And with that, I think we're gonna call it here. We'll pick up next time as we finish up this.
That much. Alright, excellent. Well, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for playing.
So we'll see what they say. Hopefully, if we go back a little bit, it might help a little people. I know it'll help me because I get up early tomorrow. But regardless of whatever happens next week, we will be back here doing the Tusk and Genesis crew. So be sure to come back for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
I'm realizing next month is a 5 Thursday month. However, the last Thursday is Halloween, so probably won't be playing that. Depending.